Hello everyone, it's Lauren here on the Shade Drops. I'm back after a little week for another Eurovision news video. We did get quite a lot of news this week, so this might be a bit long, so sit down, relax, put a little like, subscribe. Follow me on social media, Blue Sky, Instagram, links are in description below. And I am gonna start right here by talking about the comebacks of some countries. So, let's start with Bulgaria here. So, Bulgaria is coming back to Eurovision in 2026. Their last participation was in 2022 with Intelligent Music Project with the song Intention, I think was the title of that song. A song I personally really liked, but that was not competitive at all, and it ended up non-qualifying. Before that, Bulgaria had a very nice streak of qualification with great entries like Beautiful Mess, Bones, Growing Up Is Getting Old was very good. What was their 2019 song? Oh my god. I don't remember what was their 2019 song right now. In 2016 there was Polly Genova on her comeback with If Love Was a Crime. Wait, Bulgaria 2019. Yeah, no, what the fuck, they were not there in 2019. I had totally forgotten about that. We got the BNT, which is the Bulgarian broadcaster, their Director General Emil Koshlukov, saying, quote, Eurovision is a stage where cultures meet and stories are shared. BNT supports talented artists, and we are happy that we were able to once again provide an opportunity for Bulgarian artists to represent our country in front of an audience of millions. And then, Martin Green, the Eurovision director, added, quote, we are very excited to welcome BNT back to the Eurovision family after a 3 years hiatus. Its return is further proof that we remain united by music. Sorry. As well as the immense popularity of the contest. Martin. Seriously, let's get a Eurovision director or supervisor or anything that is not called Martin, because Jesus fuck, just use this opportunity to say, yeah, we are united by music. No, we're not at all. This is a stupid slogan once again. And yeah, well, I'll talk a little bit later about what these returns might mean or not mean. Also, it's not confirmed yet, but Fakti, which is, I think, a Bulgarian news site, reported that BNT will hold a national final. It's according to sources that spoke to them, but BNT still did not announce if they'll hold a national final or not. So they do not know yet. They used to internally select a lot. I think ESC Tom said some very interesting stuff about how Bulgaria used to select their artists in his video, so go check him out after you're done with this video. So after Bulgaria, we'll talk a little bit about Romania. So another returning country is Romania. It's been 3 years since last time we saw them. It was when, I don't remember his name anymore, but someone called Theodor represented them with the song Degete. Theodor Andrei. There we go. Theodor Andrei. So with Degete, got 0 points in the semifinal. Then they withdrew. Before that, they qualified with WRS, which was a great song. And yeah, they had a little bit of issues in Eurovision lately, Romania, so they decided to take a little bit of a break. And there were more problems like financially and all. So we've got here Dan Cristian Turturica, President General Director of TVR, commenting on the decision. Quote, We proposed the resumption of Romania's participation in the Eurovision Song Contest because in the 2 years of absence, we had the time to better understand what did not work in the relationship between TVR, the music industry, and the creators. We understood that what we need to change on our part to have a more competitive selection process and a show commensurate with the scope of the contest, so as to consistently increase the quality of our presence in the final stage. Last but not least, we appreciate the understanding shown by the EBU, which adapted its invitation to Romanian television to return to the contest, taking into account the challenges our institution faces. It is an expression of a real interest in Romania's presence in this global television event. So we still do not know if they're gonna hold a national final or not. Some rumors say that they will, but nothing is confirmed yet. I'm happy to see them, just like Bulgaria, I'm happy to see them back. I just worry about one thing that I'll talk about when I'm done with all the returnees. I tend to like there is no country that I actually dislike in Eurovision song-wise, except maybe Sweden most of the time. But Romania, I tend to like in Eurovision, and they have a great music industry, especially when they get more up-tempo. They can give us some real bops. My favorite Romanian entry though is, I think, De La Capat, Volta 2015. That was a great song. Also, I've got some news from a Romanian friend. Says that an artist called Alejandro Zandes, who participated in The Voice Romania, said that he was interested in representing Romania in Eurovision, so that could be interesting. So yeah, welcome back Romania, happy to see you back. Okay, and this is now a news that I got just as I was preparing for this video, for the recording. So Moldova is also returning to the Eurovision Song Contest. This one was pretty much expected. They're gonna hold a national final. We do love a little bit of Moldovan national final auditions. So the selection will be coordinated by two producers, Sergei Orlov, who has worked with a number of Moldovan artists who have gone on to compete in Eurovision, and Roman Burlaca, who's a producer and director who's worked with popular Moldovan artists. So the producer says that they oversee the selection, quote, to ensure a professional, transparent, and credible selection, which emphasizes the artistic value and international competitiveness of the songs. The submissions will start on November the 7th, will go on for a month. They also announced that a jury for the national final will be formed of 20 members, 5 international and 15 Moldovan. The broadcaster will offer the winner of the selection a prize to support their preparation to Eurovision. Yeah, the budget thing is quite always a bit of the problem with Moldova. Like, they're great with stagings, but we can always see that it's pretty cheap. They don't have a lot of money to put into the contest, and it's pretty amazing. I think a lot of countries can learn from Moldova's ability to make great staging with a very small budget. Look at Trenuletul, look at Doredos, Pasha Parfeni did pretty well too. So yeah, Moldova is back, and now that we've got all the returnees, what does it mean? I would like for it to just be like, hey, they're back, great, they're gonna send a song, and also the EBU will not make any decision with this in the back of their mind, but I am sadly thinking that they are really actively trying to get more countries, which is a good thing, but I think the reasons are not that great. I think the reason they try to make so many countries come back is well, there are two options, a good and a bad one. The good one would be it would be easier to kick Israel out, even though I don't really see how easier or harder it would be depending on the number of countries participating, but I also do think that it's a bit of a way to, you know, diminish the impact that the withdrawal of Spain, the Netherlands, Slovenia, and Ireland would have when Israel is confirmed to participate, if they're confirmed to participate. So let's say they confirm Israel to participate, Spain, Netherlands, Ireland, Slovenia out. Well, you add Romania, Bulgaria, and Moldova, and it looks like it might be alright for the EBU. So yeah, maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe I'm stupid, you know, you can call me stupid in the comments if you want, or paranoid or anything. But yeah, I'm worried a little bit, and of course I would love to have a Eurovision where now we can kick Israel out and we have Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova back, and maybe some other countries. Yeah, I just hope that I'm wrong. Alright, we've got a country who just confirmed their participation in Eurovision. It's Poland. They are back, so they're gonna hold another national final, and they said that the winner will be decided by the public, and the submissions will open from November 24th. That's the only news that I've got about Poland so far. I loved their song this year, Justina. That was great. I'm very happy that it got a very good result. 14th, that was a great result. Even though, yeah, the jury did not really like it that much, but you know, the televote also overrated it a little bit, so I think it's fine. 14th was a great result for it. So yeah, Poland is in. Very curious to see what they will send next year. So here's another country we do not know if they're back or not, but they might come back, and it's the country that I want to see back the most. It's North Macedonia. We're like, there's this back and forth. Are they coming back? Are they not? 2027 or 2026? What's gonna happen? So we got another statement by the broadcaster, which was published on October the 30th. So that was, what, 4 days ago, I think. So it says, quote, MRT's participation in the Eurovision Song Contest 2026 is a matter for which MRT has not yet made a final decision. The reasons for this are multifaceted: the need for a careful assessment of production and financial possibilities, consideration of the concept for selecting the representative and the performance strategy, as well as the analysis of previous experiences. The MRT editorial board will consider these factors and make the best decision in accordance with the interests of the public service, the cultural promotion of the country, and the expectations of the audience. That was all revealed in the program plan of MRT. I think we're more leading to a return in 2027, but apparently in the program plan they announced plans for coverage on the competition on 2 of the channels. It will be on MRT and MRT2, so that's interesting. So yeah, I do not know whether they'll come back or not. It seems like also the singer Bobby Andonov is pushing for a comeback, and he really wants to represent them, so they've got their artist if they want to come back. I just want them to come back and, you know, wash out the robbery that was Circles. That was a fantastic song that got robbed, and yeah, send Andrea again. Bobby Andonov can come back in 2027. Send Andrea and let her have her revenge. Now we talked about countries confirming their participation. Here I have maybe a country that might withdraw. I don't know. So here's an article by YLE, which is the Finnish broadcaster, that says, cultural influencers handed over a petition to YLE for Finland to withdraw if Israel participates. So more than 2,400 cultural professionals, trade unions, and dozens of industry organizations are once again appealing to YLE for Finland to not participate in the Eurovision Song Contest if Israel participates. So YLE said that they'll make their decision before the meeting in December. I hope they'll make the right choice. So I got here a quote by Lukas Korpelainen, which is one of the member of this. There was a 60-member working group that made the initiative of this petition, and there was Lukas Korpelainen was one of them. And he says, quote, "We demand that YLE takes its responsibility, use its voting power to exclude Israel from the Eurovision Song Contest, and stay out if Israel participates. Anything else suits us." Kahilainen, which is another member of this working group, there you go, says that now is the time to do the right thing. 2,400 people signed it. It was received by Johanna Turnmanks, who's director of YLE's Culture and Affairs Unit. According to her, the petition is a weighty message from the cultural sector. It is being weighed at the same time as Finland's position is being considered. She says, quote, "YLE makes its decision independently, but all the information that has been brought to us is in the background. YLE's position on the topic will be decided by YLE's management team, and the policy is expected to be made just before the EBU General Assembly, and they will tell the public about it." We also have 30 Finnish LGBTQ organizations who have signed a statement saying that the EBU and its members must not allow Israel to participate in the Eurovision Song Contest. So maybe this could have an impact. So if YLE, Finland, if they decide to withdraw in case Israel participates, that would make it 5 or 6 confirmed countries. Because confirmed, we got Spain, the Netherlands, Ireland, and Slovenia who will withdraw. Iceland said they might withdraw. I think they will. And if we add to this Finland, there will be 6. And these are all pretty solid countries in Eurovision, countries that are always there. Some of them are huge financial contributors, so that would hurt the EBU a lot. Alright, so we've got now the more joyful... No. Alright, so now we are going to some national final news with the Eesti Laul artists. So let's start with Ant and Minimal went with the song Wounds Don't Wanna Fall, or Wounds, I think that's pronounced Wounds. So Ant had the song Tomorrow Never Comes this year, which was my second favorite of the national final. Minimal was in the super final 2 years ago, I think, with What to Make of This. I was not really fond of that one. Or was it 3 years ago? I think it was 3 years ago. It was the year that Stefan won, so yeah, 3 years ago. And this year they took part with Armageddon, which was a great song. I liked it much more than their first attempt. So them doing a collaboration, that's risky, but it could be great. The songwriters are Tavi Hans Kolar, Paula Pajusar, Ant Nurhan, and Katarina Merilia Reimant. Then we have Klitscherik and Max with Jolly Roger. Apparently they're a pretty big name. The songwriter Max Oispu, Erik Soasep, Yanis Yakmenkins. Geteriani, who represented Estonia in 2011 with Rockefeller Street, which you probably all know. That was a great song. They should have done better than, I think there was second last in the grand final. Name of the song will be The Game, and the songwriter is Sven Lomus, who wrote their 2011 song. He also wrote Randayat, 2009, Verona, 2017. He did Serotonin for Annette Weickma in Eesti Laul 2024. And in 2022, he did Remedy by Elina Nechayeva. And he a bit of a flop with Sandra by Black Velvet. So that's a very interesting entry to look forward to. Then we have Grete Paya, who took part a lot of times with the song Taiva Siai Ules. Last time she took part was with Andrei Zevakin with Miss Nutsab. That was a pretty good song. Songwriters Grete Paya, Jormayan Erik, Jevin Niglas, and Ragnar Sepp. Then we got Laura Pritz with Warrior. I do not know her. Songwriters Laura Pritz, Edgar Tierkoms, and Yanis Yachmenkins. And we got Marta Picani with Kelkus. I think Marta Picani was a member of Viralt, which had some pretty nice songs like Tulet, I think in 2021. I think she was part of that band. She also wrote the song. Then we've got Noep with Days Like This. Noep was in the band that sang Oblivion, I think. In Melik with Tuyu. And some other entries in Eesti Laul. Apparently he's pretty famous in Estonia from what I've heard. Songwriters Andres Kopper, Valo Kikas, and Yvonne Dalbom. Then we've got Oli with Slave. Oli came second twice behind Alika and behind Visminust and Pulup. He had sang Venom and My Friend. Both were my number one of Eesti Laul these years. These were fantastic songs. I liked My Friend a bit more than Venom, even though both would have been in my top 3 of their respective years in Eurovision. So I hope his song will be as good and that he can maybe finally go to Eurovision. Next, also he wrote the song himself. Next we have Robert Lina with Metsik Ros. I think he took part in 2021 with his, I think he sang with his father, Ivo Lina, who took part in Eurovision way back in the days, and with the band Supernova. A very nice song they sang in the national final in 2021. His song this year is called Metsik Ros, and he wrote it himself. Then we got the Stockholm Cowboys, Stig Rasta and Victor Kroner. I think Stockholm Cowboys is the name of their duet. The name of the song is Last Man Standing, and they both wrote the song. So Stig Rasta took part a lot of times in Eesti Laul and went to Eurovision in 2015 in Vienna with Elina Born with the song Goodbye to Yesterday. That was a great song. They were in the top 10. Victor Corona took part in Melodifestivalen and Eesti Laul and represented Estonia in 2019 with Storm. That was okay. They both wrote their song. Then we've got Uliana Olhena with Rhythm of Nature. Songwriters Uliana Olhena and Ariana Arutyunian. I do not know her, so we'll see. And then we've got Vanilla Ninja with Too Epic to Be True. Written by Sven Lomus too. Vanilla Ninja took part to Eurovision I want to say 2005 with Good Vibes. I listened to Good Vibes a while ago, and that was a pretty good song, I think. Was it 2005? Yes, not Good Vibes, Cool Vibes. I'm sorry. So I did not expect them to be on the list, and they represented Switzerland back in the days, not Estonia. So that's pretty interesting. So this is a really stacked lineup, like almost I could see anyone win in there. Maybe so there are some names that seem less competitive, but we won't know until we have the songs. But the names sound very, very competitive for this Eesti Laul. Alright, so we've got the artists for the Luxembourg Song Contest. So, I don't know most of them, honestly. I only know one of them, so. There's Irem, Steve Castile, Hugo One. I saw, like, the Misha Eurovisia recap of the artists, and also you can see who's whom. Hugo One does give big Gustav vibes, so I'm pretty interested in Hugo One. We've got Shiro Kuro, that could be interesting. Eva Maria, Andrew the Martian, that's You know, because he's called Andrew the Martian, I'm gonna stand him no matter what. Daris and Luzak. Luzak was in the national final last year with Je Danse. The song was very good. The live performance was not as good as the studio. But you know, it could have been, you know, polished to make and been a very good entry, but they qualified with La Poupée Monte le Son, so that's fine. I'm pretty curious about the songs there for the Luxembourg Song Contest, so we'll see who will present them in May. We've got more rumored Melodifestivalen artists, but you know, these rumors are basically confirmations. I think this one is from Aftonbladet, who are coming back right now. Like, we've had a lot of Espresso news, but now we're getting more and more Aftonbladet, and they reported that Alexa, who you may not know, is the winner of the American Song Contest 2022. That was a mess, the American Song Contest 2022. She's a K-pop artist, and she'll apparently participate in Melodifestivalen 2026. American Song Contest, that was a mess. There were not a lot of good songs, but her song, was it Wonderland? I don't remember what it was called, but her song was pretty good. I thought it was one of the few good ones, so she could be an interesting one to look for in Melodifestivalen. Like, I did not expect that at all. So let's see what's gonna happen there. Alright, so last video I gave you a bunch of details about the Festivali Kengës songs. We've got new details, so let's see. Fifi and Terigoshi with Ri, which means stay. Genre ethno-sympho rock ballad. Wow. Lyrics by Fifi, composition Fifi and Terigoshi, orchestration Enis Mulai. I'm pretty hyped about Fifi and Terigoshi. Eran Soili, To Come the Throne, with I Have You on the Throne in English. Genre pop rock, lyrics and composition by Eran Soili and orchestration by Edmond Mankaku. Sihana Hachnikai with Horizon, ballad, lyrics by Eriona Rushiti, composition and orchestration by Florent Boshniaku. Malvina Likain, Pertei Spirtit, Beyond the Soul. Genre ethno-pop, lyrics Malvina Likai, composition and orchestration by Claudian Kafoku. Gresa Gyuchera and Bledikaso with Busula e Zemres, Compass of the Heart. Genre pop ballad, lyrics Pandilacho, composition and orchestrations by Gieri Kasso. Kimi with Prap Dieldel, The Sun is Rising Again. My god, some of these song titles. Genre pop ballad, lyrics and orchestration by Kimi. Lyrics and composition, by Kimi. Orchestration by Skip and Danny Kenny. Gerta Mahmutai, Nekrahet etu, In Your Arms. Genre ethnic pop. Lyrics Petro Chori. Composition Kledi Baheti and Gerta Mahmutai. Orchestration Kledi Baheti. Pretty interested to see what Kledi Baheti has there for us. Sarakapo, Tudua Shum, I Love You Very Much. Genre alternative, lyrics and composition by Sarakapo, orchestration by Tomor Kuchi. Enis Naziri, one of the big names. She usually does ballads. The name of the song, Takamfal, I Have Forgiven You. Genre ethno-pop dancehall. So, not a ballad. She's pop power ballads usually, but then ethno-pop dancehall, okay, I'm interested. Lyrics by Enis Naziri and Led Yodara, composition Engli Versal and Enis Naziri, orchestration Engli Versal and Kedi Musta. Then Eric Loshi with Deepi Kadashuri, Two Drops of Love. Albanian vintage rock ballad, lyrics by Eric Loshi, composition Flamur Sheho and orchestration Sokol Marsi. Camella Islamai with Pa Pretendime, Without Pretensions. Genre disco pop, lyrics Mege Hassani. Composition and orchestration by Gheorghe Kacinari. So even though it does not have the song this year, he does the composition for one song. So we've got a Gheorghe Kacinari song. I adore that artist. Saviana Vierda with ID. Okay. Genre ballad, lyrics by Ilirian Zuppa, composition Ilir Dangelia, orchestration Claudian Kafoku. Clansa Susai with Hiye, Shadow, genre pop reggaeton? Okay. Lyrics Clansa Susai, composition and orchestration Aldo Marcu. 3X, that's the sisters band, with Vite, which means years. Genre ethno-pop world fusion. Wow, okay. Lyrics by 3X, Endrit Mumayezi and Marcel Gunga, composition Marcel Gunga and 3X, orchestration Marcel Gunga. Rigersa Loka Albanian Heart, I think the title in English is pretty clear for this one. Genre modern dance pop, lyrics Aidan Baraku, composition and orchestration by Darko Dimitrov. Okay, that's very interesting. I really like what Darko Dimitrov tends to do. It also has songs in the Montenegro national final this year, I think. So then we've got Anshi Nasufi with Drite, light. Genre experimental pop, lyrics Anshi Nasufi, composition Kledi Bahiti and Anshi Nasufi, orchestration Kledi Bahiti. Anshi Nasufi tends to take part quite often. Then Francie with Trash trio, genre soul pop R&B, lyrics by Panda. Okay, I got a Panda writing songs. Composition by Enis Naziri, okay, who's participating in this edition. Orchestration by KD Musta. Alright, we've got some other ones. Yeah, there. Luna Tausholi with Pakufi Without Borders. I am so hyped for Luna. I tend to always love her sweet guitar ballads, even though she never qualifies for the FIC final. So, genre traditional pop. Lyrics Ermira Tausholi. Composition by Kledi Baiti and Luna Tausholi. Orchestration Kledi Baiti. Vedat Ademi Kurfielan Baron When the World Ends. Genre ballad pop rock. Lyrics Alfredita Saracini Clemendi. Wait. No, Albina was Kelmendi. For a second I was like, oh, is it one of the Kelmendi family members? No. Composition Cevdet Gashi and Afrodita Saracini Clemendi. Orchestration Cevdet Gashi. Lawrence Hasrama Lam Tumir Farewell. Lawrence Hasrama had such a great song last year. Genre pop ballad. Lyrics Lawrence Hasrama. Composition also by him. Orchestration Arion Leshi. Then Rezarta Smaya, big name. Balu Keprera. They have no idea what it means. Genre ethno-pop ballad, lyrics, composition and orchestration by Sokol Marsi. And then we've got Sheila with Zemra Etokus, Heart of the Earth. Genre deep house, lyrics and composition by Sheila and orchestration by Marco Polo. So you've got all the details for the Albanian national final song, the Festivali I Kengës. Alright, so we've got a little bit of news from Cyprus and some bit of a weird news. So they're asking the public to give their opinions about what they would like to have as a 2026 song. So they show a survey here, CYBS, which is the Cyprus broadcaster, which I'll translate. So it's basically, what would you prefer a representative to be? The translation says husband, wife. I'm guessing it means man or woman. Group, duets. Would you like it to be an emerging artist, a well-known artist? What genre of song? What language do you want? The message of the song? Stage appearance? Dance choreography, is it important or not? What the fuck is happening with Cyprus? Like, are they panicking because they haven't got anything? Like, no one can fill out a survey like that without knowing actually what the songs are. So that's weird. That's pretty daft. I don't know what's happening in Cyprus. It's, if you do that, do it early. We're in November. They're already quite into their internal selection. Like, usually they tend to announce who they selected like pretty early on, Cyprus. So I don't know what they're doing here. Maybe they just haven't got a clue right now. There were rumors that Josephine was gonna get selected. Then they said, no, we did not select anyone yet. Then they published this survey. So yeah, I don't know what is gonna happen there. What's happening with Cyprus? Alright, one last news before I leave you all. My voice is leaving me. So we're gonna get the Benidorm Fest 2026 Snippets on the 11th of December. So that's gonna be a very nice birthday present for me, as I'm 11th of December kid. So there will be 20-second snippets of the 18 competing songs. And the songs will be revealed on the 18th of December. So 11th snippets, 18th full songs. How great is that? So yeah, mark it in your calendars, 11th of December. We are getting a nice little reaction video to the snippets here. So to not miss that, you can subscribe to this channel, put a little like to this video and comment so the algorithm doesn't fuck me up. And you can follow me on social media, Blue Sky, Instagram. I mean, you know the drill now. Link is in description below. I will see you there. Bye bye.